Hey guys, what's going on? It's Namkraft here and welcome to another Starcraft Vintage commentary. Let's continue the fight between Mong and Effort as part of EST 2026 Season 2 Week 7 Semi-Final number 1 Set 2. Such a long qualifiers for this match. And the map is going to be Knockout, where we'll have Effort spawning in blue at the bottom right corner of the screen, 5th o'clock positioned. And Mong's going to be at the top left corner of the screen in the yellowish green color. 11 o'clock position, we have the hotkey configs of Mong, number 2 on the SCV, number 1 not assigned, number 3 in the command center. And the rest don't seem to be assigned just yet. In the previous game, we saw a nice mech build follow-up after quick vulture harassment that was able to do devastating attack against Effort's economy. Let's see what is going to be the deal here with this game around. So looks like Effort staying true to his previous build. He is going to be going for Topu, which works out very, very nicely for him in these scenarios. Yeah, there's the Overlord. Once the Overlord come out there's going to be a hatchery coming down. And on this map is Mong getting ready for an expansion too. He might be looking for that. Well, I guess he normally would just put a build barracks here first and see how the things will be going. I have the map stats. So this map, Knockout, will give the Zerg player a 46.6% win rate. Very similar win rates to Octagon. These stats I've just recently updated. So I think they're quite good. They're quite recent. For your viewing pleasure, looks like Mong is he gonna put down the refinery? He doesn't put down the refinery, so which means that he's gonna be going for the expansion first, and then he would just possibly try to play from there. Let me once again to remind you of the key information of these two players via player cards, so you have some understanding about where they are coming from, where are they exactly in the rankings of time, especially in the last 1 year or so forth. And that's basically it. There's going to be a drone scout, as is customary with a 12 hatch build. You want to have a little bit of of no surprise there, making sure that they actually get everything covered. By the way, I also want to show you the ASL groups, so you can actually have an understanding as to who is going to be playing whom. So you can see there that Effort will be in the same group with Mini Calm Queen. That is a very, very terribly bad group. It's so bad for Effort, cannot make it out alive possibly. Mong is with Hero, Gekmo and Lava. Very fun group as well. Very strong Zerg players. Gekmo defeated Jaedong in the day qualifiers. I think day 1 qualifiers. And of course, Hero is a mastered ZBZ, and Lava is always so interesting to watch. I think that Mong's gonna have a tough time in those games. But anyways, back to this game now. Looks like Lair is going to get taken. There is that drone coming out to apply the pressure. He's going to see that nothing is out of the ordinary. He can see the supply and the barracks, and he might even take an expansion. No, I guess he would not. That would be crazy to take an expansion right now. Instead, just gotta go up to Lair, possibly put the spire here, put another hatcheries down here, and get ready for the attack. On the other side of the map, looks like there is going to be Academy, very standard procedure, second barracks as well. So Mong looks like he's also very much prepping for the normal SK Telecom build, SK Terran build. So drones coming out. How many drones do we have here? 5 drones on this other map. There is going to be a total of so far 9 drones. Interesting. We have a few Marines try to poke a little bit here. Of course, this is just a normal poke. Although sometimes he presses really far when he doesn't see any Zerglings, and behind this we are going to be seeing Zergling with speed. But Effort is doing such a good job of actually not making any Zerglings. You can see from his supply count and his production queue, he is not making any more Zerglings than he needs to. There are some Marines that comes across the map, though this SCV is gonna finally get sniped. Interesting that the Zergling with speed tech was not revealed to that SCV. So is that gonna be the signal for Effort to keep on coming across the map? He's gonna snipe an Overlord though. Nicely done. Can this Overlord escape? Overlord has gone to snipe, and as you can see, Effort immediately supply block. He did not anticipate for losing an Overlord this early. There's going to be a couple more Zerlings trying to surround these Marines. They will try to get one Zerling snipe, not bad, and there's going to be more Zerlings coming from the left side. These Marines would try to go down and hide as much as possible, all the way down to the corner. All the way down to the corner, maybe even behind the mineral patches, if he wishes for. There it is. That's going to be the location, the best location to hide. But before that, let's take a look at the spire. It's about 90% completed. Interesting, the Zerlings have spotted these Marines. They can be hiding here forever. forever and ever. Zerglings that try to come through, it will take a long time to get the Marines, and indeed the Marines are still alive. At last, Zergling has died, 1 Marine versus 1 Zergling, so that was an interesting attack here. But the next attack is coming through very, very strong. This one is going to be Marine supported with Medic, and these Zerglings are not a match for that. The Marines are about to stem across the map. There's going to be the first sunken as drones are forced to come up the line. These Marines will get across the bridge. Looks like Mutas are late. Mutas are not here to intercept, and it's going to be attack commencing right now. He's going to pull back though. He says, I have forced enough of the economic damage, so I'm just going to back up here, and there are going to be 2 Mutualists. Okay, that's going to be a total of 4. They will head where? The Marines are very much in the middle of the map. They will be spotted by the Mutualists. Can they hunt them down? That's the question Zerglings are looking for to actually intercept. It looks like these Marines have been spotted. The next wave of Marines need to be coming out here. Marines are trying to stem. He is stemming. There are 4 Mutualists here. Zerglings are trying to come across the map. Maybe 1 Mutualist is gonna snipe. Killing 1 Mutualist is a good idea, but reinforcements arrive very fast. Very fast. I think that Mong is doing so well with this opening. These Mutualists have no chance to attack. In the main base, there's 1 turret here. The turrets are kind of late on this side of the map here. Marines are still trying to push those Mutualists back. But if the Mutualists dive into the main right now, they will find this area completely open. There it is. A great time to attack. 1 SCV is going to get sniped. Another SCV is going to fall as well. The turrets are late. Turrets in the main base are late, but the Marines are coming out. It's about the first turret has been created very much on time though. So these Mutualists will get pushed back. There are once again a couple of Marines here. There's a dive onto that SCV. But we have another Mutualist gun sniped here. It's not looking very good here now for effort. Is he have another expansion? Is he gonna try to take an expansion here? I guess that is the plan, but his Mutualist count is quite terrible. Quite terrible. He's gonna be going for flyer attack. Okay, I guess it's gonna be interesting. We have 2 additional Mutualists, burning up for a total of 6 here. And effort would try to find some openings in the defenses of Mong, but Mong is looking very good. He comes across the map with more forces. These Marines are going to have the upgrade coming up, so about 90% completed already. The next push will be threatening the front door, and effort will be forced to make a lot of Zerglings to try to go for surround. He's just going to be having Mutualists for the time being. Let's take a look at the hotkey configurations for the Terran player. Number 1 full control of a Marine. Number 2 is on a bunch of Medic and Marines. Number 3 is going to be barracks, the command center, and all of the other auxiliary buildings. At the front door, we have 1 sunken. There's the second sunken for the time being. 11 Mutualists is a force to be reckoned with. These Marines with the +1 fuel, ready to move across the map. 1 scan. Where did he scan? He scans the top right. He knows exactly where to head up next. If you can actually just send 2 Marines or 3 Marines to that location in a sneaky way, he's gonna be great here. We're gonna be having another scan. The front door has 2 sunkens only and a bunch of Zerglings. And I guess now Mong's gonna back up. These Mutualists are still chasing around. A whole lot will be able to spot if these Marines are moving across the map or not. I guess they can spot. He can spot, right? I think he can spot. There it is. He has spotted the Marines, and Mutualists are trying to catch up, and the second wave is about to arrive. This wave has only 1 medic though. A small engagement. Who's going to be surrounding who? That's going to be the question. These Mutualists are going to try to chase those Marines, but there's going to be surrounding from both sides. Possibly there's going to be a great area to curl into. Reinforcements are late to the scene. The Marines are about to fall off the map. And indeed, these Marines will have to fly away now. We still have about 10 Mutualists remaining. 1 medic to support the entire group. He will get 1 Zerglings, but surround is great. He's trying to pull back correctly. The medic is trying to cover for the areas, but effort has won a major victory in that last battle. Behind this, what do we have for the what is he building? A refinery. Okay, there are additional barracks. There's a double starport and the science facility, but things are looking good for effort. He has cleared out the initial attack, and 3 additional Marines have been spotted. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Supply is falling slightly back into effort's favor now. He's gonna be coming up with hive, option chamber. Queen's Nest, you can see, was done already. The rest of these Zerglings are once again looking for any kind of openings. I think now, with the science facility completed, I think that Mong should just make massive science vessels. Do not think about dropships. Do not think about Valkyries. Well, dropship is very crazy in this scenario because you don't have air superiority, and Scourges could be late around these areas. It's very tricky to make dropship at this stage. Valkyries, it's fine, but I always feel like going for science vessels is the best investment ever. It will get you very much prepared for the late game. If you go for Valkyries, you can have a nice mid game, but if you lose your Valkyries to Scourge attack, then you are doomed. Anyways, there's gonna be a backstab action here for Zerg, but there's just way too many Marines, so no, only one Zerg makes it to the high ground. He will try to attack into the SCV line, but the Marines are already here. So that last Zerg is gonna be falling. Good repair work, and all of the 9 mages will get pushed back, but at least they're still alive. And it is going to be the 10-minute mark for the game. Supply-wise, effort 63, and Mong is going to be 80. Very interesting game so far. Although I'm not a big fan of TVZ, this series has been great. It's been great, and let's see if Effort can finally win his first EST title. Or will Mong do the same thing? Because these two players are non-champions. They're not champions material. There's going to be the Defiler Mount, about 50% completed already. Marines are once again streaming across the map, looking for the next attack. The Science Vessels are on the move. Let me quickly remind you of the dichotomy between the Science Vessels. Oh wait, do I have it? The Science Vessel, oh, it is going to be the, oh, this is the player card, so this is not exactly what I want to show you. I will show you this thing outside here. The Science Vessel on the right side, and the Defiler on the right side. There it is. Alright, we're ready for the comparison, and now the Marines are going to try to move across the map. They will try to stim first to see if there's an overlord. He will get one overlord. He might get the second one. I'm not so sure. Once those overlords are sniped, it's very, very difficult to get them back. It's very difficult to get them in those locations again, ever. But it looks like effort is coming out nicely. We need to have an expansion. There's an expansion coming down now for Mong. So Mong is going to try to play the long game. Is he switching into mech? That is the question. I don't see mech switch. It's going to be just massive science vessels and more bio. These Marines will have +1 weapons and +1 armor completed. +2 is underway. We have another scan by Mong just to check, and he is checking this front door as well as the main base to see if there's a chance for drop, but it's not coming. And the game of cat and mouse begin. This is the mouse. This is the mouse. And this is the cat. These are the big cats here, looking to hunt down those mouses or those mices. What are these? Mutas are coming across the map. And they get trapped in the science vessel, and the Marines wall. Nice irradiate, but equally nice pullback there from effort. They didn't lose much. This base will complete, and SV is going to get constructed. That's a lot of science vessels, and there's an expansion here as well. Wow, Mong is keeping tabs. Whereas on this other map, effort could not expand. He's just on his high ground with a couple of lurkers here. He might want to go down on the low ground a little bit here. The Marines is going to try to check out this base. Another Marine is just checking the situation, but the forces from effort will be moving out. Looks like there's going to be some irradiate against the Defiler. Great, the irradiate lurkers are trying to come down on the low ground, and indeed some of those units is going to get destroyed. One lurker is very damaged. 2 lurkers are damaged. This third lurker has been irradiated as well, so all 3 lurkers will die. So is it going to be the chance for those Marines to get on the high ground? That's going to be the question here. We have a couple of lurkers, and the Defiler going to attack on this base. And this is command, so the will complete. Looks like the attack is about to commence here. We have 1 lurker there. That lurker will die as well. But there's going to be additional Defiler work. And I think these Marines can just go on the high ground. He doesn't have to wait for the lurker to die. Once the lurker is out of the equation, he can actually move up. But there is going to be the next forces. These Defilers are about to attack onto these spaces here. And indeed, if Mong cannot pay attention, he's going to lose his forces. The lurkers are there. Nice Dark Swarm Marines to pull back. And just wait for the second Dark Swarm will be within reach of the main base. But there's going to be a breach on this high ground position. A great lurker work here. The lurkers are falling fast. Looks like effort not paying attention. Defiler's not doing anything at all. These Marines are trying to attack. Lurkers are coming out and pushing Mong back. Mong has been repelled. On this other map, 1 lurker will fall. I think, right? I think the second lurker, the Firebite, need to attack. He's going to try to surround the lurker. The lurker gets sniped, but we still have 2 more lurkers behind this. It's very, very tough. This Defiler can cast 1 more Dark Song on this side of the map here. These forces by Mong have been obliterated. Mong is still leading slightly in supply, but he's going to be in some problem. The lurkers are going to get within reach of the SCV now. We have 2 lurkers. They are going to be on the high ground. The SCV need to fall back. Great irradiate on one of the lurkers with 12 kills. This is nice trade. And the rest of the army from Mong has been pushed back. I think he is going to get rid of these lurkers. So 1 lurker down, the second lurker is attacking furiously on the SCV, and there's nothing you can do against his forces. I think why is effort not coming across the map with even more reinforcement? He could easily go and reinforce that location. He's gonna move to the center now and try to find some other openings, but that's gonna be the signal for these science vessels to go inside to clear all the lurkers. Remaining lurkers will fall. The Defiler is not here. Defiler casts 1 good Dark Swarm, but before that the lurkers have been breached. by the fire bat. No, looks like at the last of these Marines are gonna be in some serious trouble to back up. We might have a plague against the science vessels, maybe not, or maybe another dark swarm. He will just die quietly. On this other side of the map, this lurker is doing so much damage, 21 kills. Mong has neglected this base. He is trying to bust his front door, but it's impossible. It's impossible, as they say in French. And now the fighter is about to come out. 4 bases coming up very nicely from Effort. Now Effort is coming back strong. Finally, that last defiler has died. But at what cost? This scanners is gonna fall. By the way, sorry. Let me put this unit cards away. You probably don't want to see it too many times. The game is still going on. Here we have a cloud of science vessels, and that is gonna be the signal, you know, for Mong to kind of press across the map. We have countless games where the Zerg player does really well on the battlefield, but just could not contain the science vessels wall, and he loses a lot of problems. Anyways, the fighter is going to be falling now, and that is going to be the end of this attack because the Dark Swarm has been laid down already. I think that is another Nidus Canal, right? Yes, another Nidus Canal is on the move. I think that Mong can afford to take another base right now, but he's not going to do that. He's going to actually have some factories. There's one factory, and there's going to be some battle cruisers. Okay, what kind of battle cruisers are we seeing here? Another great attack. The Science has found a nice opening. The Science is still very much alive. Irradiate against the Hydras. And those Hydras will get pushed back here. Another good defiler has been sniped. Now, supply-wise, Effort is not that much behind the supply. More Marines are kind of coming across the map. During this time, Effort did not try to expand to these locations. He is just sitting back home now. Finally, he comes out and attack, but these Marines are looking forward to do something nasty as well. Do we have an SCV expanding again? These science vessels are getting repaired. This is the way to play. You need to constantly repair your science vessels. Let's check for the hotkey configurations of Mong after once he had revealed the scanning positioned. That's right. So let me just quickly show you. Number 1 on the Marine, number 2 on Marines, number 3 on Medics, number 4 on 5 science vessels, number 6, 7, 8, 9, up to 8, up to 7 is going to be the barracks. 8, 9, and 10 are all the scanners. Anyways, Marines in this position, not so sure exactly why. But the next attack is going to be against his potential 5th base. We don't have an expansion for Mong. Mong is just sticking to the same number of bases. He will go for a good irradiate, but Dark Swarm has come down already. And once again, just rinse and repeat. The fighter has to get sniped before he can do anything at all. But there's going to be a double dropship. He's going to pick up a Marine. I guess he doesn't. There are some Scourges. We have 1 Scourges already in position. We have a scan. These units are just on, patrol move here. The Marines have landed, and the Scourges could not land a shot on this side of the map. Here's some attack against the Defiler. There's going to be a Dark Swarm and a Plague. Maybe there's going to be a Plague. Marines need to attack. He's going to try to go to the Nidus Canal. We will try to go against the Nidus Canal. Nidus Canal has gone sniped. And now Marines against Hydras. And there's going to be a scan. 1 lurker down, but great Defiler to protect. And now that force has gotten pushed back on this side of the map. Marines are going to try to get on the high ground. All of the Hydras have fallen. We have a couple of Hydras protected. The Dark Swarm need to go up and hurry now. He's trying to get across the map. He's going to go for Irradiate against one of the lurkers. He gets 1 Hydras. He gets that lurker. The lurker is falling down fast in health, in HP. On this other map, looks like this base has been completely salvaged. No problem at all. This hatchery comes up. We don't have another expansion on this map. For the Terran player, Mong is playing a losing game. And we gotta be seeing additional upgrades, of course, from the Zerg player. Do we have Ultralisk? Not yet. Not just a small engagement. There's gonna be some tanks. The tanks will change a little bit of the equation here because the tank can deal some splash damage. The Defiler's got a snipe, and Marines come from the southern side as this hatchery might be falling. Wow, this is a great push that will turn the tide of the battles. Lurkers are falling back. This hatchery will fall. Looks like reinforcements are way too late. They cannot do anything about this base. So this base is gone. But there's going to be possibly reinforcement coming to the Nidus Canal. Where's the Nidus Canal? There it is. This Nidus Canal is a bit too far from the front door. You need to have it a little bit closer, right? I think you only have 1 Nidus Canal here. There's going to be the 2nd Nidus Canal. Anyways, tanks are ready to siege. Hydras have to wait for the tank to come out here. We have the fighter. The fighters are late. The fighters are late. He's waiting for that Nidus Canal to complete, but he really need to be using a Defiler. There's a Defiler. He will go for a lurker on the high ground, and he's gonna cast a Dark Swarm. Hydras are trying to attack against those forces. He need to actually cast a Dark Swarm. All of 2 lurkers on high ground as well. The tanks have been plagued. Great attack here. The Hydras will try to go for a few shots, and now the lurkers on the high ground will be attacked by the tanks. Looks like more drop ship is gonna go to 2 Hydras. As you're gonna try to drop these enemy though. Looks like Scourges will try to land a shot. A bunch of Hydras here. These dropship will actually not do a damn thing. And that's right, Mong just goes through and loses a full set of cargo, but he has broken this base. Keep that in mind. Now the new base comes up with the bottom left side of the screen. There's gonna be another drop. This drop could do some devastating effect at some point in the future. I'm not so sure. Do we have tanks? Additional tanks are coming out and massive science vessels coming with a SK Terran build. This physics lab is not used at all. Science vessels, around 4 of them I believe, right? We're going to be having another scan from Mong here. If Mong wins one more game, keep that in mind, he will qualify for the for the finals, not for the ASL. He's already qualified for the ASL anyways. Great attack coming through now. One side vessel got sniped. The second side vessel will try to find out the left lurker. He gets it. Good flake though. The tanks will be sieging on the other side of the map and pushing those Hydras back. Nicely done. Looks like this base is going to get reclaimed. Finally, by effort, he clears out the last remaining Marines and have a huge amount of Hydras. On this other side of the map, looks like a Commentated has come up. Do we have another drop? I guess not. Maybe there was another dropship somewhere. We cannot see it. But Terran players is losing grips of this game fast. Effort 182 supply. Hydras are trying to come across the map. Now this counterattack is looking very strong. We have a couple of Marines out here to stop the enemy. You need to hurry up and get in position. We would want to be having a few tanks as well. There's a Hydras. Great scan. The rest of the army will come to the science vessels is here. Where's the defiler? I don't see it. A bunch of Zerglings are getting lost in the corner. Okay, this is gonna be very hard to find, man. Those forces, once they are trapped here, you cannot see them on the minimap. You will not receive any notifications unless they're being attacked. And just as I said that, they may be attacked now. It is. They gotta finally been recovered, refound. And there's gonna be a couple of tanks try to slow them down. Oh no, it's terrible to get the tanks cornered like that. There's gonna be another attack on this side of the map. Science vessels looking for some openings. It will irradiate the mutas. It will irradiate the defiler, which is nicely done here. 2 more Hydras gonna get across the map. I think 2 tanks were sniped, which is very, very costly, but additional science vessels are out there. Another engagement on this map. 22 seconds of the game. The game is still going on fair and square between these 2 players. The Zerg has got 4 bases and 2 additional bases are coming up. This base will get destroyed though. Mong is doing okay. Mong's doing okay. Effort, of course, very, very strong. He's gonna just completely send Sauron Zerg across the map here, but can Mong stop in? I guess this base is so exposed the entire game, but it's allowed to live. It's been allowed to live a small engagement and decide to slow down the enemy. On the other side of the map here, these tanks will be falling. The tanks trade well for themselves. They have the +1. But this base is going to get reclaimed. The 5th base for the Zerg player is coming up very much nicely. Another expansion is going to we're going to be having a couple of more Marines. We need to have more Marines, more tanks, and possibly another starport. Another starport would be great. Anyways, do we have Zerglings? I mean, this base is so susceptible. Could have been attacked the entire game. But Effort never took a chance to send some forces towards this area and come across on this side. And now he controls the 12 o'clock position. He can actually go there very, very easily. As you can see, these Marines, they are 3-2 upgrades. Very, very strong. The Hydras are 2-2. 2-2 for the Hydras. This new base will come up. Additional Marines are going to get made from the bases. And Mong is slightly behind in supply compared to Effort. Effort keeps on sending mass Zerglings across the map. A small engagements here. The tank will try to attack against the Hydras. There's a lurker there though. Be careful. It looks like Zerglings will try to attack, but Marines are here to trap those Zerglings. Nice medic wall on this side of the map. Another nice attack here by the Terran player just to slow down the enemy and press forward and converging on 2 sides here. Can Effort break apart the enemy? Looks like he will come across the map. There might be a Dark Swarm. No, it's going to be just a plague on the fighter. It's been irradiated on this side of the map. Nice plague on all of those units here. Effort is slightly back in supply, about 15 to 20 supply compared to Mong. Mong is doing okay. And he's got to make additional factories at the bottom right. He needs to hurry up and make those factories. He's stimming and getting on the low ground position to support this base. He's trying to hold his side, and once again, this corridor could have been, used a lot, but Effort just doesn't use it. He can just go out here and attack right now with the Dark Storm. He doesn't do it. He would try to get 1 tank. Okay, not bad. On this other map here, some Hydras. We try to surround a nice battle between the science vessels, the Marines, and the Hydras. And looks like at the end of the day, it is going to be Mong who triumph once again. Another Dark Swarm or whatnot. It's going to be just a lurker. We have a plague possibly. He will consume a Zerling. If you go and get a nice plague out, you need to cast a Dark Storm on all of these lurkers to try to kind of protect them. Behind the Zerg is looking very good with another base coming out. More Marines gonna get sent across the map here, and looks like Effort just could not muster forces fast enough. They are dying fast, but there's gonna be 2 lurkers attacking against his Marines. Oh my god, Mong losing so much stuff. Science Vessels has found the nice target. Those lurkers will be falling very, very quickly. Behind this, I think that the fighter will cast 1 Dark Swarm. He's not casting any Dark Swarm. Oh my god. He casts a good Dark Swarm, but there's nothing there. It's just 1 lurker egg. 1 lurker egg. The game is so tense. 25th minute mark. The game is still not very clear. To remind you that Mong has won 1 game. We just need to win 1 more game to be in the finals. And with that in mind, let me just quickly thank my fans who have supported me in the last 3 days. I'm just gonna quickly go through the names and not show any avatar. Thank you, Mr. Michael. You're the top donator in the last 3 days. And next up, thank you very much, Mr. Vietboy, for your support. And Mr. McDonald, you are the 3 top donators. You are Kings of Blades. Thank you very much, and I wish that you will become my bloody Jesus Mary. Next, we have Mr. Bobby Fisher. You've been a nice sport as well, supporting me greatly in the last 30 days. I mean, not even 30 days, like 400 days. You've been supporting me for such a long time, and I thank you for that. I hope you have a great weekend. Also, I'd like to extend my thanks to Mr. Jim Raiders. They are Mr. Sea Goblin and Mr. Chen. They've been supporting me for 1.5 years, almost 2 years now. Thank you very much that you've forgotten to cancel your credit card. And if everyone else over here is enjoying this great 26-minute game, feel free to donate some money to Namkraft. I need money to survive. I'm very, very poor. That's it. Let's get back to this game here. Massive fireballs going to get sent across the map. I feel like Mong is somehow just keep on coming back. Whereas Effort is supposed to be winning. The fighter finally arrived. He's going to be going for a good plague. The Hydras will want to one-shot those units, but not successfully so. And now the bottom left base has got a bunch of barracks and tanks. You need to really be sieging on a high ground position. More forces coming across the map. Once again, this base has been allowed to mine for such a long time. More army coming across the map for Effort. Both players are going to be nearing maxing out soon. Additionals, what is it? Okay, finally we will have Ultralisk. Ultralisk will be available for the menu. More Zerlings are attacking into this side of the map here. The Zerlings, of course, have got 3 Marines. It's got 2-3 only. What happened to the fighter upgrade? Okay, it's only been started now. It's been so late. The lurkers will attack. Looks like there's no scan here. Marines are gonna try to go to these areas, but they will try to get a few targets and just back up. This is the nice way to play SK Terran. Don't lose your science vessels needlessly. Just snipe a few units and then back up and repair them. What is happening here? This base is completely burned out. There are a couple of mineral patches remaining, but not much, and so this is gonna be a blow to the ambition of what happened here. Those units are gonna be going and burrowing nicely, and we have a plague just to really hurry up and kill those forces. Another great attack. Where the hell are the science vessels going? They're hiding in the corner, but great attack on this side of the map. We have a few tanks, and the Marines will try to kill those forces and keep them alive. If the Terran player can stick to the left half of the map and keep them secure, then he's gonna be able to win by virtue of the fact that he just trade better. The fighter is not casting any Dark Swarm. We've got a Dark Swarm. We've got a Dark Swarm. We've got a Dark Swarm here. This Dark Swarm is not good enough. Not good enough, as you can see. Is that Zerling burrowed? It's being burrowed. Okay, no more mining in this location though, so Mong is slightly behind in supply, and this new base is gonna provide fresh springboard for more forces from the Zerg side to come across the map. Additional tanks are coming out. Nice siege position. Do we have queens or anything like that? I don't see any queens. I don't see the queen, just a bunch of bio and a bunch of Zerlings and lurkers and ultras, but these ultras are very strong. The science vessels have discovered the ultras. If we get 1 ultras, 2 ultras, and then backing up, this can actually go for 1 more science vessels activities, but it's not going to be the case. SCV is going to get pushed back. And Marines are here. We have a couple of tanks on the high ground to destroy those Hydras. The SCV is gonna get evaded by the Auschwitz here. Oh my god, what a crazy move here, killing every single SCV with the plagued Ultra. Only a few SCVs make it back into the main base, but look at how many tanks there are. It's a huge amount of tanks. On this side of the map, we're gonna be seeing additional tanks as well. Another engagement to the center. This is the way to play SK Terran. Switch to mech, but slowly. And keep on upgrading your Marines, because your Marines need those precious upgrades. Finally, this base will be forced to be lifted. It's been allowed to mine for such a long time. Effort maxed out. And as for Mong, he's curled into a ball. We have a few tanks and Marines need to stim an attack. 1 tank is down. Zerlings are trying to stream across the map. Reinforcements are about to get here. Those Zerlings are going to get pushed back. The command center will float somewhere else. And he's going to cede this 12 o'clock position to the Zerg player. That's very strange. Do we have a scanner? Looks like no scanning here. The science forces is gonna try to come out. They will try to slow down the enemy. We have a couple of ultras, and that's gonna be a great play. Can the Hydras get there? We don't have any fire bats, but the Marines are trying to get across the map. Those Hydras are trying to trap the remaining forces inside. Keep in mind that only the Zergs can attack. The Hydras cannot attack either. One last unit is still here. Do we have a lurker or something like that? I'm not so sure. Not so sure. As you can see, Effort's got burrow units everywhere. He knows exactly the movement of the enemy. The single Hydras could be destroyed. I think the command center has landed. We have another floated command center to this location. Marines are trying to come across the map. This one Ultras is very, very brave, but he will need to be pushed back. More army coming across the map, and these Ultras will burn out those Marines. The command center has landed, but that base will not be allowed to mine for such a long time. The Defiler finally gets here. This is a nice, crazy attack from Effort. Effort is about to win one game back. He will kill out this SCV, but there's an attack against this 6 o'clock position. That's a lot of tanks, but we need to have more Marines. We need to send more from the main base. There's a lot of forces not being used here. And look at the Revenge of the Sith, man. Look at Effort's army coming from all sides. This base will be falling very, very quickly. He's going to be on the low ground. Marines are trying to slow down those Ultras as much as possible. Reinforcements is way too late. He should have sent them a long time ago. Where is he going? He's going to try to attack against the 12 o'clock position. Not a bad idea. All of these expensive tanks have died. Additional tanks could not keep up with the battlefield here, but looks like this base is about to get destroyed. He's going to send how many Marines? Got 3 Marines there. He will try to attack against the drone line, but Mong has GG. Effort takes one game back. Bye bye.